Well, howdy. It's your good friend Hillbilly Scribbs here with you again for another one of these here Hillbilly Hollars. And we're going to be taking another look at what happened last week in the movie Trivia Face-Off and what's coming up in the weeks to come. And also we'll continue to kind of dive in and find out what I've been finding out in my investigating research about the mysteries and the conspiracies going on around here. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened last week. Now, last week we seen our first match of the movie Trivia Face-Off Championship tournament for the singles division, and we seen that Savage feller go and beat the King of the North, and it was a pretty good match. I'm really looking forward to seeing some more of this tournament. So last week we also had a geektacular match where we seen that clone, that C-Dub feller, go and beat that Cleanser feller, and this was a really good match. It was a real barn burner. It was super duper close. A lot of fun to watch. And I gotta say, you know, even though that Cleanser feller lost, I think he's still pretty good. And, you know, I'm not just saying that on account of I'm like really, really terrified of that doll-faced lady and that she might hurt me if I say otherwise. Those matches last week were a lot of fun to watch. Really enjoyed those. Very exciting. And we're going to have some more exciting matches this week too. We got on Sunday the 28th of the July, we're going to have us another one of them tournament matches from round one of the tournament. And then on Wednesday the 31st of the July, we're going to have us another one of them geektacular matches. So let's talk about them a little bit. So this week we're moving into our second match of the first round of the movie Trivia Face-Off Singles Championship Tournament. And the matchup that we got this week is going to see this feller calling himself Mr. VHS taking on this other feller calling himself the Lebanon Phenomenon. And what I can tell you about this Mr. VHS feller is he is the owner and operator of the only still open Blockbuster video store in the United States. So he's probably seen a few movies. I imagine he'll do okay. Come think of it, I should probably try to get a hold of him, seeing as how I have to watch most of my movies on one of them their video cassette recorders that Granny Mae got me from the pawn shop. And he'll be going up against this feller calling himself the Lebanon Phenomenon. And I gotta say, I really ain't found out much stuff about him. It's looking like he might be another one of them there pod people scrolls, but we'll see. We'll come back to that later. I'm really looking forward for that match. I watched both of these fellers qualifying matches to prepare and get ready for the Hillbilly Hollar this week, and these fellers are no slouches. They know their stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now we also got us a geektacular match coming up this week, and it's going to be having in it a feller calling himself the Arsonist taking on a feller calling himself the Kingslayer. Here's what I found out about them. Now I was able to find out a few things about this Mr. Arsonist. What I can tell you, and I don't know why, but he's been banned from visiting that there Grand Canyon. He also doesn't like Mike Myers, and he participates in some of the other fan leagues, and I believe he may even run one of them. And one other thing that I found out is he might be a member of some kind of bicycle club calling themselves the Sons of Apocalypse. Now he's going to be going up against this feller named Eeshaan calling himself the Kingslayer. And what I can tell you is he is a very well-spoken feller who comes to us from India. And also, he's a lot nicer to me than that other Kingslayer feller named Ruby. That Ruby guy's always picking on me on the social medias and the internets. All right, I'm really looking forward to that match. I ain't seen that Arsonist guy do any trivia yet, but I hear he's pretty good. And I did watch that Kingslayer feller's singles tournament qualifying match, and he done pretty good there. So if that's any any indication of what he's got, he should do pretty good in this geektacular match. Okay. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're asking. You're sitting there wondering, well, Hillbilly Scribbs, you've been every week giving us a little bit of these pieces of these conspiracies and mysteries going on in the movie trivia face-off. And what do you have for us this week? Well, let me tell you. Hold on just a sec. Okay, that's better. What I can tell you is I went and got a deep throat.
Edit!
Sorry about that. There may have been a little confusion. I went and got me an informant. Dagnabbit.
Hello, you can call me Jeeves. I work at the government secret site codenamed Alta Vista, and I have been privy to, thank you. I've been privy to many government secrets, and I'm here to share some of that, thank you, with you here today.
All right, well, thank you for letting us talk to you today, Mr. Jeeves. We will, as we discussed before we started this video, we will keep your identity secret, and we will keep you anonymous. So what I'd like to start by asking is, what all kinds of secrets are you talking about?
Well, since the 1990s, I've been a part of the team that has operated the Hotbot computer program, thank you, at the Alta Vista location. And as part of this program, we, thank you, categorize, input, and classify many, how shall we say, thank you, off-the-record projects. So I've been privy to many things that the public in general doesn't know about.
Oh boy, I bet you know about all kinds of stuff like the UFOs and the cryptids and all those other secrets that we ain't allowed to know about. We're gonna have to dig into some of that other stuff one of these days. But for today, I think that like most of my viewers are watching this because they like to watch the movie Trivia Face Off. Can you tell us anything that's going on in the movie Trivia Face Off right now?
Yes, what I can tell you is, surprisingly, there are quite a few government files in regards to the movie Trivia Face-Off, thank you. And it does appear that there are many smaller groups forming within the Face-Off community, thank you. Now, the purpose of these various groups I cannot speak to at this time, but I will continue to look into it, and I will continue to, thank you, give you whatever information I'm able to glean from our files. Oh, thank you.
Wow, boy howdy. I was expecting us to learn a thing or two, but I wasn't expecting a big old bombshell like that. I'm so glad that I reached out and asked Jeeves to be on the show. We're definitely going to be digging into this a lot more. And thank you so much, Mr. Jeeves, for agreeing to come on. And I know this is some risky business for you and could be downright dangerous. So I really do appreciate you taking a chance and sharing what you know with us. We'll definitely be reaching out to you some more. So whatever you can dig up with us about what's going on here in the movie Trivia Face-Off, we would very much appreciate.
And Mr. Hillbilly, do remember to always use the precautions, thank you, that we have discussed You never know who might be watching and who might be listening.
Yeah, you're right. We'll definitely be careful, and again, we thank you, Mr. Jeeves, for all that good information. I kind of knew there was a dollhouse group. I didn't really know for sure that there were a bunch of other ones coming around up. So we'll be watching out for those. And like Mr. Jeeves said, friends, I would definitely recommend that you all make yourselves one of these. You don't ever know who's listening, and you definitely want to protect yourselves. We don't know how deep this stuff goes. We don't know what kind of players are involved. I don't want anything to happen to any of y'all. Y'all are my friends. And if y'all weren't there, I don't know who would be watching these silly videos. So take care of yourself. Get yourself a tinfoil hat, and we'll keep on digging around, and we'll keep on sussing out the truth. But until next time, you guys take care of yourself, and y'all have a glorious day.